Hey, what's up guys? This is 1320 Gucci coming back to you all with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about how to tune your vehicle, any vehicle, on No Limit Drag Racing 2.0 Part 2, because I already made a previous video about this, but I figured out a new way to tune, and I feel like this is so much more consistent in this tuning style. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. But before I get into anything, I would like for y'all to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, turn those post notifications on, and just enjoy the video, guys. And one more thing before, I would like to thank you all for 500 subscribers. I know it's not a big milestone like I always say, but it's growing, guys. It's growing. I noticed that it's going a lot faster than before, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really excited about that. Soon enough, it'll hit those 1K, then those 10K, then we're just going to skyrocket from there, I promise you all. So, I want to thank you all for the support, and enjoy the video. Okay, guys, so let's get right into it. Let's see. First of all, you want to max out your vehicle. Of course, any vehicle you buy, you want to max it out. So I have all the engine components ready. Now, my preference is boosted, especially turbo, but this tuning style can work with blowers, pro chargers, and I'm pretty sure nitrous as well. It's not my favorite in the world. I've had trouble tuning with nitrous before, but I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. I never really gave it a chance. I usually just go with the turbo, but whatever y'all's preference is, go for it, guys. I'm pretty sure this tuning style will work with any aspiration. Now, we're gonna go ahead and go to the transmission. Fully customized, fully built. Suspension, pretty much fully built. You can get the rear brakes as well. I usually don't get the rear brakes, but you could if you wanted to. Frame, pretty much all maxed out. I have my roll cage, wheelie bar, weight reduction all the way, weight transfer all the way, and parachute. I don't have one. I don't need one. The computer, obviously everything completely maxed out except for the nitrous tuning, because I don't have nitrous on, of course. Tires, now tuning for tires is, there's a range for you what you want your tires to be at. My range, I would say, were from 31.5 to, you know what, scratch that, make it 31.0 to 33.0. Your tires should be around there, and I would suggest that you try tuning your vehicle with any of those tires. Preferably, 32 plus, I think would be more common. But, y'all try it out. Of course, you wanted the width to be completely all the way. I have 13-inch diameter, but it doesn't really matter. Just as long as you tune for those size rims, because it does make a slight difference in your runs. For my front runners, I usually just go with the smallest height, the thinnest width, and diameter doesn't really matter. I have 15s on right now. So this is my setup, my low drag pack there. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to the tuning section. Now, this is my go-to setup for transmission tuning. I will talk to you about the first gear a bit though, but as far as everything else, this is my setup. Now, the final drive, it really depends on your tire size. Make sure you guys tune for your tire size in the final drive. You want your last gear to end at 245. Always make sure it's ending at 245. If not, you'll be topping out before the quarter mile is over, or you will not get enough gears in before the quarter mile is over. You'll finish in fifth gear most likely, maybe even fourth. I don't know, depends how big of a tire you go for. But always make sure your final drive is tuned to where your last gear, your sixth gear, is at 245, and your first gear might change a bit depending on how your car is running, but Those are the only two you're gonna mess with. Second through sixth gear, don't touch those at all. Go ahead and just copy and paste whatever I have here. Okay. Now we're gonna go suspension. Suspension, I go for the 20 inches point 20, I guess you can say, on both front and rear always. The stiffness, I have it at 70,000 in the front all the way up, 28 in the rear. The bump, 1,800 in the front, 1,000 in the back. The rebound, 7,000 in the front, 7,000 in the back. And the extension doesn't really matter. I pretty much just put it to where I think the car looks the best. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. And guys, remember, I'm not this is not tuned for this specific car. This is just a general tune I have for all my cars. So it should work on your vehicle too. So don't forget that. Don't start commenting like, hey, that's tuned for your car specifically. No, it's a general tune for your suspension, so you can go ahead and use it as well. Now we're gonna go for the wheelie bar. The wheelie bar, full length 3 inches. Height, I usually have it at 0.6 or 0.7. It's all up to you guys. As well as your test runs. See what they do. Try a 0.6, try a 0.7, whatever you prefer. Whatever runs better for you, go ahead and go for it. The weight transfer, it's a very difficult thing to tune. But with this method, I'm going to teach you a little trick here. But I usually put, obviously, the weight transfer all the way down. And I guess your shift would be at, anywhere from 0.60. I can't really tell you that because it's different for every car. You're just going to have to wing it. Try it out for yourself. Mess with it. If your car is spinning too much, you might want to put it back a little bit. If it's hooking too much where your first gear is dropping too low and you're not getting enough trap speed, you're supposed to be trapping. I forgot. I'm gonna have to do a test run, but right now I'll talk to you guys about that. But yeah, if you're trapping too low, that means you have to put a little bit more to the front. If you're spinning off the line, put it more to the back. That's very easy tuning there. It's pretty much tuning 101. The computer, I have it launch control completely off, so that means a 10K launch. Obviously everything's all the way up. No delay box. I'm not really a big fan of delay box. I have the perfect tune installed already, so I don't have to worry about tuning. I'm not even going to the dyno because it's fully maxed out, so it's fully maxed out. Let's go ahead and go to the test and tune. Now this is where it gets more specific, guys. So I'm gonna do a test run at a 125 burnout, and you're all gonna see what it does. $125, guys. I got it perfectly right. Now we're gonna see what the car runs. It actually looked like it ran pretty good. It actually ran pretty good. Oh my god. That's weird. That's so weird. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try it again, guys. Because I feel like that was just a lucky run, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. Let me see. Got that 125. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna red light a bit here. That looked like a good run to me. Oh, you see? It was off. It's inconsistent. So there was a difference there. I got that one lucky run. It threw me off, honestly. and it felt like a good run too. But now I'm gonna go ahead and try a different method on my burnout here, and you're gonna see. 127, perfect. Go ahead and line up. I'm gonna do a little bit of a red light here because I do not like to wait the whole 4 seconds. You see? You see? I knew it, okay? 5758. Now, I don't know if y'all paid attention or not, but I did a 127 burnout. I don't know if I mentioned it actually. I might have mentioned it, but I did a 127. Now, you're wondering, why would a 127 work out better than the 125 if 125 is the best burnout you can do? Everybody knows that the 125 burnout is the burnout that's going to give you the most traction and quote unquote the best run. But that is not true, guys. That is not true. So what I did is, with the 125, I had to put my shift at 0.64, and the 125 burnout would work for me. The only thing with the 125 is that it's very inconsistent. It'll, unless you get that perfect 125.00, you're not gonna get full traction all the time, and it's gonna completely throw off your runs. So what happens is sometimes you'll get a 125.5. You know, it might not say it there, but it's there. And what will happen is that your car goes into a bit of a spin, and when that happens, it just runs completely off. You get me? Now with the 127 burnout, and sometimes it doesn't have to be 127, guys. It could be 126 is your lucky number, 128 is your lucky number. I've had cars at 128 too. And yeah, so it doesn't have to be 127, but 127 is my go-to number. And what happens is that since I move it back here, automatically the car wants to hook too much, and it brings down your RPM too much, causing a slow start. But when you go with a 127 burnout, the car automatically wants to start spinning, and what that spin does is that it throws your RPMs higher. And once it throws it higher, the car remembers that it's supposed to hook. The weight transfer is more back, so it hooks mid RPMs, and it comes down even quicker. So in a way, you're tricking the car into thinking that you can, it's launching harder. Basically, you're tricking the car, and it's launching harder with more traction in the back, which is even better. So that's pretty much how the whole theory works. Hopefully y'all are getting me. But yeah, so basically, if y'all don't know how to basically tune with the O-Tune, all you want to do is check out my first video. If you check out my first video, you tune it like that, and all you want to do is get a bigger tire. Most likely you're going to be one up. You're just going to want to move it back once and start doing 127 burnouts. Sometimes you might have to mess with the first gear a bit, bring it back a little bit to widen the gear. That's perfectly fine. You know, that would help you out a bit. But mine is just perfect right there. And basically that's it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more run for y'all to see that, you know, so y'all can see that it's not BS, man. It's pure facts here. It's working for me. Oh, I did a 126. I'm hoping it works though. I'm hoping it works. Let me see. It might work. You see, guys, and it still worked with 126. It's much more consistent with this tuning method, and that's why I want you all to try it out, man. If you don't like it, go back to my first video and tune at that again. Make sure you save your tunes. You know, I don't want y'all to get mad at me saying that I messed up your tunes. You can't figure out this new tuning method. You know, I don't want to do none of that. So you go ahead and take your screenshots. Make sure you get that, you know, best run, whatever works for you, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully we can get to those 1,000 subscribers. And peace.